Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleTrend. Welcome to the webinar. I'm glad to help and answer your questions. And we'll jump right in and take a look at this daily, weekly stock chart. As you know, we want to put the two charts together, two time frames. That's what makes AbleTrend work so well, is we're able to combine two time frames. This way, it greatly filters out false signals. It makes it a lot lower risk. That's what gives us a big advantage over everything else. So we just want to make sure that we have three indicators all lined up with a blue bar, a blue small dot, and a blue X. What that means is we've got the daily blue bar, we've got support below, and we even have the weekly chart in agreement. Everything needs to be blue. If there's any red, no trade. We would never buy if there's red above, a red dot, a red X, anything red, we would not buy. We would never go short, like right here, the daily says, hey, a downtrend is coming, but the weekly says, no, there's a wall of support there. No trade. This we call a no trade zone. We're just not going to do anything. The software is telling us back here, days before it even happened, there's resistance there. Well, look at this. 2 weeks later, the price goes right to that dot and stop. That's some really valuable information. That's really helpful. Right here, it goes to the blue X and stops. We put that there a month before that even happened. So that's the power of AbleTrend and why it works so well. Pretty cool stuff. So it's the same rules and the same colors. It doesn't matter what you trade. You can trade futures or Forex or stocks. It's all the same, whether you day trade or whether you do swing or position trading. Nice buy signal here at 28. Now, stop goes a little bit, you can even just put it a few pennies under that blue dot. This is for the daily, weekly. If this was a intraday, like we love to trade the mini NASDAQ, and you could trade mini S&P, you could trade crude oil, you could trade the Russell, gold, any currencies, anything you like. We don't. Software doesn't care. We just like the mini NASDAQ because it tends to be the smoothest and have volatility. So that's the perfect combination for intraday trading. We would then put the stop loss just a little bit under the bottom of that blue bar. But this is daily, weekly. It's more for longer term stocks. So stop would always lag it to the second lower small blue dot below the price. What I mean by that is the price here at 33, nice support here at 32, stop goes right here at about 31.5. So we started it here and we just keep moving the stop loss up higher and higher. But again, not on the dot underneath the price. Previous lower level of dots. Just like I show right here. Not at this dot, next one below. Simple as that. We just ride it all the way up until we either get a red bar or we hit our stop. Can't lose on this one because AbleTrend traders who got into this trade a month and a half ago, got in about 28 and we got a stop at 31.5. So we're gonna make some money on this trade. Let's jump in and take a look at the NASDAQ. This is how I like to set the chart up. You can set it up any way you like. There's a million different ways. It's just personal preference. I like to look at the 3.9 on the bottom just to get a little picture of the bigger picture, what's going on, and I'm really focusing in on the support and resistance points. That's of course what's most accurate. And then I have your main 1, 2, 3 combination, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute in the middle, and then you got the tick chart up top. I just love when they all agree. Now they don't have to, but the tick and the 1 minute chart have to agree before you take a trade. That has to agree before you enter. It's nice to look at the tick to see what's coming up because it's much faster than the 1 minute. And then the 3.9 is nice to look at to see, okay, where's support and resistance? Am I still in an uptrend even though the 1 minute might be coming down? Am I in a downtrend? The dots and the X's are the key to AbleTrend. That's what gives us the big advantage. love just looking at all three charts at the same time. It just paints a very clear picture what's happening underneath the market. It just, to me, it just jumps off the page. It makes it real obvious, which way it's going. And that doesn't mean they won't be losing trades, because that I'll guarantee you they will. That's for sure. But it just, boy, it makes it easy. It makes it a lot easier, that's for sure. So, at the open, we have the buy signal here. We're actually going to lose on that trade because it does go underneath these blue dots, and the stop would be just a point below the bottom of the first blue bar. So actually going to lose a little bit on that trade. Let me see if we get back in on the sweet spot over here, because that's a perfect sweet spot. We just have to make sure at that time the tick chart agreed. And it did not. Take that back, it did, right there. Okay, so we're going to get in, then go long over here, and we're going to get stopped out again here. We're going to lose a little bit on that trade because technically we're stopped out right there, just a little bit under those blue dots. And at 10 o'clock Eastern, there was some big news about the economy that obviously went down because the NASDAQ dropped 80 points in 1 minute that the market didn't like. That's okay. We didn't get into that trade, obviously. We don't touch a long 80-point bar like that. You'll get maybe one a year like that. So, of course, we don't touch that. So we didn't touch any of this in here, which turned out to be a good thing because it eventually popped back up again. So, this was clearly nothing to do right in here because we'd wait for a sweet spot. When that happens, say, okay, when do I get back in? Sweet spot. Well, there's a sweet spot on the 1 minute. Tick chart said, no way. Tick chart was actually opposite. Tick chart was going long. This would have been if it was a valid sweet spot, we would have went short. So obviously they're in opposite directions. No trade. So we started off with 2 losing trades there. I mean, we didn't get killed. We always have stop losses in place. But then, boy, we made a real nice comeback, and it was another winning day today. This is 8 out of the last 9 days winning days. The last 2 weeks have been extremely profitable. Okay, well, then we're going to go 1025 here. This is kind of interesting. Yes, we're going to go long here. If you didn't get in on that one, you can get in on this blue bar. Perfectly fine. But that was about a break-even trade because we were out right here on the red bar with the red dot. So we had a break-even, no trade. This was a absolutely perfect buy signal right here. Triple confirmation, small blue bar. Love getting in on the smaller bars. Just puts more of the odds in our favor. Just lowers the risk. No red anywhere in sight. Tick chart agreed. It was a thing of beauty there. That one was perfect. I mean, that one worked out real nice. Let me make this full screen. It's easy to see. And then, of course, there's our 2 greens in a row. We're in a really healthy profit. Stop goes 1 point below, right, by the way. Keep moving your stops up. And there's where we're going to get stopped at, right there. The stop goes 1 point below. There's the 2 greens in a row. That was a beauty. Because we're in at 75.60. We're out at 05. That was almost 50 points. That's a $1,000 winner right there. In 24 minutes. That AbleTrend gave to me, you, and everyone else. The key in trading, successful trading, is you have to trade the charts. You can't trade your emotions. You can't win if you trade your emotions. Don't even try. You can't, I can't, nobody can. It's a guaranteed way to lose, and nobody wants to lose. I mean, just throw your money out the window because that's about where it's going to wind up. You have to trade the charts. And we had 2 losing trades, then a winning, a break even, and then we pick up a huge winner here. This was 50 points. Right there is where we're long, and right there is where we're stopped out. 49 points. So that's a 900 and change winner right there. So now we're up about a good healthy 7 and change. Close to 800 at that point. Now you say, is this a sweet spot? Because it is on a 1 minute chart. Sweet spot's a pullback, green to blue, hits the blue dot. Tick chart said, no way, don't even think about it. Tick chart was short at that time. Then we had a really nice long no trade zone in here. In fact, this wasn't even a trade because the tick chart didn't agree. Very rare. The tick chart didn't agree at that time. So there's where we're going to get long. And then we're stopped out over here. So we lost about 7 points on that trade. It was still up about a good 600 going into it. Now, there's a perfect sweet spot. And the tick chart was all over it. The tick chart was long at that time too. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X. So there's a sweet spot. That first sweet spot that the tick chart agreed. And that was a really nice one. There's a two in a row, 2 greens in a row, and we're up about 20 points at that point. So we're definitely going to move our stop, which was here, second lower blue dot, up to there, much closer. There's 2 more in a row. We'll move the stop there. Let's see what happens. This is cool. I like looking at it going like this because this is just how you would look at it going live. Up there's 2 greens. So now we're going to move the stop loss closer. We're putting it at 26. We're in at 7,600, so we're up 26 points. Stop out right there. We made 25 points on that trade at $20 a point. That's a $500 bill right there. Now we were already up. I believe I said we were up about 700 going into this trade. That's another 500. That's 1,200. Tick chart's right here, Neil. I just wanted to blow up the 1-minute chart because that's our main base chart. Tick chart's right up top right here. And the tick was long at 12.20.25. Right here. Here's another thing we can do. We can do this. Oops, let me do this here. Right there. Actually, with the next one, okay. Right there. Right there, we're long, and up and away it went. Cool stuff. Michael, is there a webinar on how to set up the tick chart? Oh, that's real easy. I mean, I can email you the link. We have tech support here. If you need any help with anything, just call back in and ask for tech support. I don't do tech. I do trading support. But we have tech support here, always willing to help. But we have a PDF file on how to do it, and it's actually real easy. You just go here. You click tick. Well, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'll email you the PDF file. So then we're rolling right along. Like I said, I think we're up about 1,200 or so at this point. Even if it's 1,100 or 1,000, I mean, you missed out on $200 of AbleTrend profit. So what? It's still going great. Then we had another trade. We gave back a little bit. That wasn't the final. There we go. We went long there. That's a losing trade because we'd be stopped out there. We lost about 6 points on that trade. That's a long, but that's just too long of a bar. You know we don't get in on long bars. You can get in right there, and that was a break even. It's a live, valid trade. Long here, this was a losing trade. We lost just a little bit on it, not much, but we did lose a couple points on that trade, like 3 points. Obvious no trade zone, red and blue together. This was a nice short right here. Triple confirmation short. Red bar, red dot, red X's. Triple confirmation short. Good job, Neil. Glad tech support helped you, sir. So we went short here. Stop would go 1 point above. If you can put the stop above the red dots, I mean, that's your best place. Sometimes it's just a little too much risk. But if you don't mind a little extra risk, it's always better to put your stop a little bit above the red dots when you're short and a little bit below the blue dots when you're long. Always more protection that way. What's a long bar? I would say 15 points or more. And then this, of course, was a really nice short. Down it went. We're going to take this, keep going lower, lower, low. There's 2 greens. Stop goes 1 point above. Stopped out there at about 31, and we got short at about 30, 8, so picked up 7 points. That was okay. Obviously up doing really well so far. We're going to go short right here. It's only a 6-point bar. Let's see how that worked out. We lost about 7 points on that trade. Now we're going to go long here. And again, that's a really long, that's a 12-point bar, but that's, if you feel it's a little too much risk, just, wait for a shorter bar, which comes in right after that. And that worked out nice going into the close. I picked up about 7 or 8 points, but that's right at the end of the day. I'm not even going to count that, even though it was a winning trade. So overall on the day, as you could see, it was another very big winning day. So it worked out well, worked out nice. Same rules, same colors and dots, no matter what you trade. It's been a really good 2 weeks. Been a really good, been a really good 2 years, but specifically the last couple of weeks, it's just nice long trends. And every day you normally get about 2 good trends. See, the VIX is at 20. I check the VIX every day. You can go on CNBC, the upper right corner gives you the VIX. When the VIX is above 15, you can have usually going to have some nice trending days. It's at 20 now, so it gives you a little confidence it's going to be a good day. And at about, and we have, the market averages about 2 good trends a day. So you got to just keep grinding it out. You can't pick and choose which trades to take. You got to trade the charts, not your emotions. You can't trade your thoughts. You have to trade the charts. Because you or I, we can't even come close to the algorithm. What we think might happen is usually not correct. The algorithm is going to be right 1,000,000 times more than you or I are going to be right. You just have to grind it out, stick with it, because it's been fantastic. Rick says, do you get out at 3 or do you wait until 3:15? Well, if you're in the trade and it's working, I mean, you might as well stay in it. But you definitely want to get out about 3:10 Central because you don't want to get hit with a margin call by holding it overnight. Tom, there's 5 greens and 5 to 3. Why not use those to sell stop? 5 greens, 15, 18. Well, the thing is, you don't know that they're coming. You don't know there's actually 4. But you don't know that, Tom, so you put your, oh, I see what you're saying. This is only like 3 or 4 points profit. It's just not enough profit. I mean, I use 8 to 10 points. Use anything you like, but there's not enough profit. Look, you'd have stopped out here, and you'd have missed out on 5 more points because you got to give it some room to breathe. You just want to, make sure that you're at least, in a decent profit, a couple $100 before we use the 2 green bar exit. Hope that helps. You're welcome, Rick. You're welcome, Tom. Thanks for being here, everyone. You're welcome, Michael. Have a great evening.